What's up, people? SheWhoCorrupts13 here, and I am just going to show you a quick tip or tutorial on how to string your perler bead creations onto a finding or necklace. Someone had asked me to do this a while ago and I totally forgot to do it, so I'm doing it now. So here we go. The first thing you're going to need is a creation that you've made. So you're going to need your perler bead creation. Check one. And I'm working upside down on my camera, so I'm kind of looking at the tripod like, is it in there? So there you go, got that. The next thing you're going to need is a pointy object to stab said perler bead creation with. So get yourself a toothpick or a couple, because if you break them you're gonna want more pointy ends. So toothpick. Then if you're going to do it on a finding, like a little jump ring, you're going to need a jump ring. This one's a little bit thicker. I like the thicker ones because I know that it's on there securely and I can work better with it with my my little needle nose plier gripper thingy. So, and then last but not least, you're going to need a pair of these. If you have a tool that you use that's better than this, go for it. Or if you have something similar to this, I would grab this. So there you go. And you can find these at Walmart for like $6 on the crafting aisle. It also has little snippers in there, so that's why I have these ones, because I love to be able to cut my stuff. So there you go. That's everything you basically need. And what I do is I find the center of my object. Hold on, I'm doing this upside down. So I'm going to say the center of my object is right about the first black bead right here. So I'm just going to follow it up so you can follow it with me. I'm going to go right here. Most perler beads are probably fused flatter than this, so your holes are going to be not as open as mine. Like, let me see. See how these are kind of pretty much open? I did it that way so that it would be easier for the sake of the tutorial. But basically, you just find the center of your piece. So I'm going to start about here and just come up to here. And I'm going to take my toothpick and I'm going to shove it down in the hole. So I'm going to flip it over so you can see it's sticking out right there. And it's only going to go so far because the toothpick is thicker at the other end. So you're going to want to work it through there without breaking your piece. Sorry, I'm trying to line it up with the camera so you can see. Basically, once you have it open enough to where you think you can fit the jump ring through, you just kind of pull it back out. And the hole should stay open long enough for you to put your finding in. So I'll go ahead and grab it, and you're just going to take your finding. If you can see that on my camera, I don't know if it's got too much stuff going on in the background. You just take it, twist it a little bit to open it. That's how I do mine. Somebody else might have another way of doing this, and then you're just going to take it through that hole that you made, and you're going to hook it in and just turn it a little bit. Hopefully you can follow that. It's very easy, very simple, and then you just kind of twist it back together, and then you can, if you have a chain to put on it, I don't have any with me right now, but if you have a chain to add to it, you do it now before you close it up again, so it's not such a pain in the butt later. And then you just basically smush that down until it's closed. So there you are. It's good to go. It is on its finding and it is ready to be put on a necklace. Simple, easy, very good to go. Now if you have another piece that is more fused than this, because most likely it's going to be, this one I don't know what I did with this one. I don't know what I was doing. But usually you're going to have something where it's a little bit more fused together. So you can barely see holes right here on this piece. On that top row, they're very teeny holes. That's all you do is take your toothpick and shove it through there and it comes out the other side. Or if you have these, the tool that I'm working with, I actually take this and stick it through there when I don't have a toothpick, because this is more sturdier and I have a better handle grip on it, so you can work it down in there. So that's basically what I do with these ones. I just throw it on a blacklight reactive necklace and it's good to go. So that's how you do the jump ring ones. Now if you wanted to do this kind, where it's on a very long beaded chain necklace, goes on for days. Okay. If I can get it up there, you see how that's tied on there? This is all one giant long piece of string. You're going to want to take your string, double the length of your arm if you want it really long, triple it if you want it extremely long. Always give yourself a little bit of extra string to work with, because you don't want to make a creation and cut the string too damn short and then be pissed later that you don't have enough string because you don't want to go back and tie on, you don't feel comfortable with tying another piece of string on, yada yada yada. So make sure you cut your string really, really long. And on this perler bead, you're going to see that there are no holes at the top because it's pretty fused together from where the iron fused it down. So what you're going to want to do is the same exact thing that you just did with the pliers or toothpick, and shove it in the hole from the front. Don't do it from the back that's mostly fused, the flatter side. You want to go back to the front where it's still, where you can still kind of see where everything wasn't flattened out. So this is going to be the side that was touching the perler board face down. I always hit both sides of my perler beads anyway, but the side that's going to be the flattest is the one that the iron was actually touching when you first hit it. So go to the front side where you can still kind of see a hole for a guide, and then poke your tool down in there, move it around to widen it up a little bit, and then you should be able to put the string through there. Most of the time what I do is I cut the string at an angle. So just take whatever string you have and straight up just cut an angle in it like that, so that you have a pointed tip on the end. Then what I pretty much do is if it doesn't fit through there like that, literally I chew on the end of it until I can get that frickin' thing through there. And once I get it through there, I pull it through to the other side and I cut the part that I chewed on off. So that is exactly how I do mine. But I hope that helps. And then you just pull it through until it's centered so that the piece is going to hang pretty well centered, because you want to be able to have enough string on each side so that you can run your chain very long. And then when you get to the end of it, just tie it off just like that. I tie it into a bunch of little knots basically, and then I tuck. I have a loose end usually, and I will tuck that back inside of the end bead, just like that. Let's see, it's tucked in, no hurty ouchies. You can also hit this with a little bit of a lighter and kind of like mush it down really quick if you really want to get it secure. Be careful doing that. If you're not used to doing it, I don't recommend doing it on a piece that you've just worked on for an hour or more, because if you don't catch it quick enough, you will basically just snap this in half and then you won't have enough rope to tie it off. So, not for beginners on that one, no. And you're really not supposed to burn plastic, it's kind of toxic. This is not good for you. So, anyway, I hope that helps. If it didn't help, I'm sorry, that's all I really do with them. That's all I really got. But hopefully it did help. So, string, binding, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.